Imagine discovering something that could make your brain so sharp, you could master any skill in minutes. You'd become the smartest person in the world. That's exactly what happens to the hero of our story today. At the beginning of the story, we meet a man named Eddie. Eddie dreams of becoming a writer, and after a long time, he finally gets a chance to write a book for a publisher, but he hasn't written a single word yet. Every day he writes a little, but then erases. Because he's unsure of himself, Eddie feels lost and worried about his future. His failure in life pushes his girlfriend Lindy to leave him before. Lindy, he was married to a woman named Melissa, but she also left him for the same. He reasons Eddie's laziness and lack of success, feeling hopeless. Eddie is wandering through the city heading back to his apartment when he runs into VAA, the brother of his ex-wife Melissa. They sit at a cafe and start talking. Eddie shares all the struggles in his life, explaining how he feels confused and stuck. Varna, understanding Eddie's situation, decides to help him. He gives Eddie a pill. At first, Eddie laughs, thinking, how can this small pill change my life? But Varna explains that it's not an ordinary pill. He tells Eddie that once he takes it all, his confusion will disappear, and he'll be able to do anything he wants brilliantly before leaving. Varna gives Eddie his card so they can stay. In touch, desperate to change his life, Eddie decides to take the pill before heading into his apartment. On his way up the stairs, he runs into his landlady. She angrily reminds him about his unpaid rent. At first, Eddie is confused and unsure how to respond, but then the pill starts to take effect. Suddenly, Eddie feels a surge of clarity. His mind becomes sharper, and he remembers everything he's ever read in his life. He notices a law book in the landlady's bag and tells her, if I were preparing for an exam, I wouldn't read that book. There are much better options out there. He then shares detailed information about the law, impressing her with his intelligence. Amazed by Eddie's newfound knowledge, the landlady forgets her anger and lets him go. When Eddie reaches his apartment, the first thing he notices is how messy it is with his newfound energy and sharp mind. He starts cleaning everything at lightning speed. After organizing his apartment, Eddie sits down and begins writing his book. This time, he writes confidently and without any confusion, pouring out all his ideas. The next morning, when Eddie wakes up, the pill's effect is worn off, and he feels like his old self again. But the amazing part is that he managed to finish writing the entire book in just one night. The editor is shocked and can't believe how quickly Eddie managed to complete the book. Later, when Eddie gets back home, he receives a voice message from the editor. She tells him how impressed she is with his writing and that she wants to give him more work. Eddie goes to meet Varna and starts praising the pill, amazed at how it changed his life. That's when Varna reveals the truth. The pill is a drug called NGT. He explains that NGT unlocks 100% of the brain's potential, allowing a person to use their mind to its full capacity. Hearing this, Eddie